And once you start having like better and better pasta, you're just like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing this whole time? Mm-hmm. And this is so easy to make too. What's up? It's Kat and Dev from Two Mark Girls. Welcome back to another vegan recipe. And this one is like impastable. It's just like so good.
Wow.
So today it's already a recipe in existence, but it's been inspired by one of our favorite food movies.
Yeah, so basically, I feel like you know this, especially if you listen to our podcast, but our favorite food movie is Chef. Jon Favreau movie. It's so good. It's so wonderful. It's one of my favorite movies, not just food movies. And like every food scene in that movie is just like incredible to watch.
We did a whole podcast about the movie, so you should just go listen to that episode and make this recipe at the same time.
Yeah, have the whole experience.
Yeah.
But basically, there's this scene where Jon Favreau is making this pasta dish for Scarlett Johansson's character, and it looks so good. It's like so good. And the recipe's readily available. They posted it on their website. Many people have also made versions of it. So we decided to make a vegan version of it.
Yay!
So it's called Scarlett's pasta because it's made for Scarlett Johansson's character, but it's actually just, okay, make sure I'm pronouncing this right. It's an Italian pasta dish called Pasta Aglio e Olio, I think it's called. And it's basically just like, it's garlic slow cooked in oil with a bunch of like parm and parsley. It's a very simple dish, but it has so much flavor.
I mean, can't go wrong with a bunch of garlic and parsley and oil, right?
Exactly. Like, it's just so good. So we wanted to veganize it, and also we wanted to be able to like incorporate one of our favorite food movies into. We've been talking about doing like food recipes from movies for a long time, so we thought, let's do it.
All right, and we're doing it. So before we get into the recipe, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future recipes. And without further ado, we gotta go do this.
Yeah, so I can eat. To make a vegan version of Scarlett's pasta, we're first going to start off by cooking our spaghetti. Once you get a pot of water up to boil, you're just going to salt the water and then add in your spaghetti until it's cooked till al dente. Right before you drain your pasta, make sure to take out about a cup of that pasta water. You might need that in order to add to your pasta in order to make the sauce kind of luscious and smooth and go all over the pasta, but it kind of depends on how yours cooking goes in the process, so grab that just in case. Then you're going to drain your pasta and just set that aside. Next up, we're going to get the sauce started. So to do that, we need to add some olive oil into a saucepan over low to medium heat. I put it just in between those two. Let the oil come to temp, and then we're going to add in a lot of thinly sliced garlic. You're going to cook that garlic, stirring it pretty frequently until it gets a nice golden brown color. Then we're going to add in some chili flakes and some salt and pepper and stir that in. Then you're going to add in your cooked pasta to that and make sure it's tossed in that oil and garlic mixture. If you need to, while you're tossing, if it's looking a little dry, like you don't have enough oil to kind of go to coat all the noodles, this is where you're going to add in that pasta water if needed. We added in probably about 3 to 4 tablespoons of it just to get it nice and coated. Then you're going to add in a lot of finely minced parsley, as well as some nutritional yeast. Optionally, you can use a vegan parm substitute if you want. I'm just going with nutritional yeast because it's easiest. And then you want to toss that until it's all combined. Next up, you want to make sure to give it a taste to see if it needs any extra seasonings like salt or pepper here. I added just a little extra salt. And then finally, I did a squeeze of lemon over top. Now you can do 1 to 2 lemons, it's completely up to you. I opted to do 1 full lemon squeezed over top, and then I used the second lemon as extra garnish on the side of the bowl. Then finally, you can serve it up with some extra vegan parm or nooch, or some extra lemon wedges, whatever you want.
I can't let this sit any longer.
All right, ready to eat?
Oh yeah, it just even smells so good.
I know, you don't really expect it to be as good as it is because it's so few ingredients, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pasta has this powerful impact when it is this good.
I just say, like, when it's done right. Like, there are some not so great pasta out there. I've been guilty of making some not so great pasta in my life because like I feel like pasta is more of an art than people realize. Like you think it's just this like quick thing you can pull together, and oftentimes it is, but like there's so much like thought that goes into a really good pasta dish.
And once you start having like better and better pasta, you're just like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing this whole time? Mm-hmm. And this is so easy to make too.
Yeah, I think people underestimate how simple pasta could be in terms of like ingredient list. Just choosing the right ingredients that like bring out so much flavor. Oh, it's so good. If you haven't seen Chef, highly recommend watching it. Though, be warned, it's not a vegan movie. If you don't like seeing animals as food, it's not the movie for you.
Yeah, definitely. Warning on that. Not vegan friendly, but it's a great food movie.
Yeah, and you, like, even just watching it, like, it's not necessarily meant to teach you about food, but you still learn a lot. And, you know, great actors in it, great storyline. It's just an all-around fun movie, you know?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Oh my god, it's so good. I have nothing to say. The pasta's just delicious.
Right? It's already all gone in my house, because as soon as I started making it, my dad came upstairs and he was like, wait, I know what you're making. And he got like really excited, and he was also like watching me very carefully as I made it. And then he tasted it and he was like, this is like my childhood. This is like something that his mom would make all the time.
Oh. I mean, pasta aglioli olio is like a very popular Italian pasta. Mm-hmm. I mean, we will say this is largely based on Roy Choi's recipe. So Roy Choi was like the chef mind behind the movie Chef. He worked with Jon Favreau to make sure all the scenes were like accurate, what he was doing was accurate, helped train him and all this stuff. So all the recipes in the film are Chef Roy Choi's recipes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like dinner and a movie.
Yeah, it's honestly perfect. Like, actually though, if you're gonna watch the movie, just make this pasta and watch the movie while you eat the pasta.
Yes. What should we talk about in the comments? It should either be pasta or it should be like food movies.
I was gonna say, is there a recipe that you tried from a film that like literally blew your mind? Mm-hmm. Do that. Or like a recipe from a movie you've always wanted to make.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, let's do that.
Because honestly, we have a growing list of things we want to make. I mean, pretty much everything from Chef we want to make vegan, but but we want to know what yours is. We've talked about this, I think, on Patreon before. And we want to see what other people's is too.
Yeah. All right. And of course, the recipe will be linked in the description box below for you to try it. There's also a link to our podcast. Like we said, we did like a whole deep dive into this movie in one episode, and it was a lot of fun. We talk about veganism. We talk about food a lot. So go give it a listen. It comes out every Monday, everywhere that you get podcasts. There's also a link to our Patreon. Our patrons are a lovely group of people who help support the work that we do. And in exchange, we give them some bonus content. So if you're able to support us, we really appreciate it. But if not, that's okay. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and share it with somebody who needs some of this pasta in their life.
Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Everybody does.
Yeah, everybody. So
everybody.
Good. Look at that. Oh, so... Is that not the perfect fork full of pasta?
Mm.
Now I have to try the spaghetti and meatballs you rave so much about.
Oh my god, you have to.
If you haven't seen that video, I don't know if this will make it into the video, go watch Devin's vlog making Roy Choi's spaghetti and meatballs.
Never loved spaghetti more.
Yeah, Devin is a spaghetti and meatballs hater and like loved it, so.
That's right.